The world is run by those who show up. How do you want to show up? I want to put an intention down to make a compilation of cheat codes. The vision that I have for these cheat codes are I've heard of it referred to as hacking the flow state. In my brain, it's building a bridge from any situation to the gold coin room whenever you need it. You just go into the room and you go nom 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 nom, power up, level up, nom nom nom. But whenever things are getting crazy or you start forgetting or whatever's happening, you can just use some cheat codes and get to the gold coin room and meet up with everybody else in the gold coin room. It'd be great. Yeah, getting to the gold coin room. There's one cheat code that I have that is my number one favorite that I want to share. It's forgiving yourself in advance. So one super big way that's used is with your family. You know how whenever you are feeling enlightened, go spend a week with your parents, according to Ram Dass. It's totally true. It's totally true. And parents and family members are such direct reflections of ourselves that it kind of brings up all that stuff in you of your old self and how you used to behave, and then you just want to be recognized as an adult, right? And then you start acting like a child because you're pissed because you're not being recognized as an adult, and then your parents treat you like a child again. I've seen this happen to people who are like 50 years old, right? It's this crazy cycle. So my cheat code for it is like when I'm driving to Houston, that's where my parents live. When I'm driving there, I try to imagine like a bunch of worst case scenarios of ways that I could respond to something, or like some fight that I get into, or like what it feels like whenever I get so frustrated and like low vibrational about something. I imagine it really hard in full detail, and I forgive myself in advance. That way, whenever I get there, I've already forgiven myself, so it's totally not a big deal. And it's a good thing to use whenever, even like going into social situations. If you're kind of shy and you're trying to be social and you want to show everybody a certain part of yourself, you just imagine you fucking up in the worst way possible, and forgive yourself in advance for it. Thank you. It's also, I feel like it's also good for like the whole world. You just figure out how to be in that place of zen and love in the face of the worst scenario that you can imagine. And I think that's a cheat code that's probably going to be particularly useful in the times to come, maybe. But it would always be particularly useful in the times to come, because the next part of your part in the movie is always the most challenging that it has been thus far, because you're still existing, right? So you're always getting presented with new challenges, and the only thing to remember is that the universe never gives you more than you can handle. So I don't know. That's another one of the cheat codes I like that was gifted to me. Yeah, this is getting to be a long video, so I'm gonna stop.